The Copa Mundial is finished, especially as we know it, but with the changes that are inevitably coming, it could mean that the Copa Mundial just disappears altogether over the next few years. So what has actually happened to the Copa Mundial? Well, as of right now, nothing. So when I give you this information, you might want to run out and stock up on Copas if that is your thing. Because Adidas have announced that they will be no longer purchasing any kangaroo skins, which means no more kangaroo leather. Now, Adidas moved some time ago now away from K-leather on things like their Copa Pure line. That is now a calf leather, and pretty much everything that you get from them with their fusion skin, it's all calf leather. However, the Copa Mundial is still kangaroo leather. Now, we can debate whether the quality of that has kind of dropped off over time. I would say that it has, but from when they run out of their current stock of kangaroo skins and kangaroo leather, the Copa Mundial will inevitably go down that same route. Now, I don't expect for any minute that they're going to go ahead and make a synthetic Copa Mundial, this being a synthetic boot that carries the Copa name. But I would imagine that they're going to go straight to a calf skin upper for the Copa Mundial. Now, for a lot of these people that are still wearing the Copa Mundial, it's a very specific feel, it's a very specific fit. You know exactly what size to get that stretch. You know exactly how the Copa Mundial feels and beds in because of the material that's being used. Is a change, even to a high-grade calf leather, going to kill off the Copa Mundial? I think it is very possible that we at least see a pretty big nosedive in sales. How do I know that Adidas are no longer going to be using K-leather on their performance footwear? There's no announcement from Adidas, there's no big press release. Well, of course there's not. They've kept it pretty quiet. It's because the Center for a Humane Economy have been lobbying many brands for years now, including Nike and Puma, who have obviously moved to a full synthetic model with most of their, if not all of their, football boots, and they have done the same thing with Adidas. Now, they're not going to be 100% the reason that Adidas have swapped over to a calf leather away from kangaroos, but their campaign, Kangaroos Are Not Shoes, is pretty prevalent, and they have been putting on a lot of pressure. And once this decision was made by Adidas, it was announced internally at their annual general meeting, and the Center for a Humane Economy have put out a press release basically confirming this. It's also a press release, or a similar press release, that's been put out regarding ASICS. ASICS will also be moving completely away from K-leather in the future. I imagine they are going to move towards a much more synthetic model using things like their Silky Touch, which is absolutely next level. But we might get some calf leather iterations, particularly in their kind of home base of Japan. I will put both of those press releases up on screen if you want to pause and take a look at them. So of course this is an element, a reason why Adidas have moved away from kangaroo leather and why the Copa Mundial is inevitably going to lose its signature upper material. But of course there's other elements in play here. One of them, and probably the biggest one, is simply going to be cost. It is just cheaper to use things like calf leather. It is cheaper to develop synthetics and have a synthetic that you can use over a large period of time. And these days there's an awful lot of synthetics, such as the ASICS Silky Touch, that are doing a fantastic job of mimicking K leather. So many reasons. The pressure from this particular group is definitely one of them, but is this actually the death of the Copa Mundial? If you are a Copa Mundial wearer, would this stop you from buying the boots, and what would you go into instead? I think this is super interesting. Are we going to find people who wear the Copa Mundial moving to a Copa Pure? Are we going to see them sticking with the Copa Mundial, or are we going to see them moving to other heritage lines that do have K leather? So we're going to see a move towards much more kind of premium heritage brands. So Lanzera, they have a classic heritage style leather boot with a fold over tongue. Are people going to move to that? But they're a lot more expensive. What about a Lotto Stadio? Are people going to start moving towards that? Now, those you can get on a big discount. You've got a K leather, in many cases made in Italy football boot. So is the Lotto Stadio all of a sudden going to become a go-to? I think it's really interesting where that's going to go, or if it's going to make any difference at all. I do really want to know what you think, and especially if you're a Copa Mundial wearer, please let me know down in the comments. And with that, get subscribed to the channel, like this video. I know I don't normally do this kind of like news style thing. We do reviews, but I thought this was super interesting and really worth talking about. So it's just me and you and a camera for today. Do become a Boot Wizard member if you want to support us. I'll leave the links down below. And that's all from me here today. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon.